Hello everybody, Quizzical here. Welcome back to another episode of Digimon World DS. In the last episode, we finally got onto our search for Phil, as tasked to us by Pandamon. So what we did was we asked around to see if we could find anybody that knew him, and after talking to a tamer by the name of Yuno, he pointed us towards a Digimon by the name of Fiori, who happened to be the partner Digimon to Phil's sister, Ellie. Fiori directed us to the Simi jungle, and when we went there, we looked around and found her being attacked by an Arukenimon. After defeating the Arukenimon, we returned to Central, and that is where we are going to be picking up. Now, you may notice in the bottom right, I filled out our final team slot. So off-screen I did do some grinding, only enough to get some levels, but I also did some matching. And this is Giller. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This is our Kudamon. So this is our final Digimon that's going to be on the team. And also, off-screen, if we go over to our Digifarm, what I did, in addition to matching, was I actually transferred over some Digimon. Yeah, you can send Digimon to him from other games. You can only do them one at a time, and it's not as good as matching. But for some Digimon that are incredibly hard to find early on, for example, Tapirmon, it is a very good idea to use another game, get further into the story where you can actually find a member of Tapirmon's Digivolution line, and get Tapirmon that way. So today's episode, we are going to be continuing on our search for Phil. So to start off, if we come up here, we'll find Ellie and Fiori. Oh, Quizzical! According to my brother's notebook, the Forbidden Land has another name, but I'm still not sure of what it is. So now we have to ask around. Excuse me, sir. You're looking for Phil? Oh. Okay, so Yuno's a she. My bad. Huh? The Forbidden Land? Where's that? I've never heard of it. Maybe it's known by a different name. You should check on that a little more. Okay. Well, you're not too helpful. The Forbidden Land? Sounds like fun! Hey, tell me where it is. Where is it? I don't know. That's what I'm looking for. Excuse me, Numemon girl! Oh, don't talk to me. I'm almost done making this poem. Title is Numemon, My Love. I'll seal their hearts with this. I regret ever asking you. What? The Forbidden Land? I have no idea. Does it even exist? About the Forbidden Land, a Digimon was talking about it. Sorry, I forgot who it was. But I think it was a Digimon in town. Okay. Huh? Phil went to the Forbidden Land? Gosh, all he does is make Ellie worry. What an awful brother. Okay. So, what exactly do we need to search for in terms of Digimon? Oh, there's one right here. The Forbidden Land? I'm not so sure, but Black Agumon I saw last time said he'd been there a few times. A Black Agumon? Could that be the one at Training Peak? Oh boy, I will see all of you once we are at the boss room of Training Peak. Alright, so now that we are here, we walk up this way. Who the hell are you? Huh? Where's the Black Agumon?
Hey, you're the one from that day! Are you here to pick on me again?
What? Are you?
That's right! I've trained hard since, and digivolved into what you see here. I dare you to test me. I won't lose!
I'm not here for that today. I just wanted to ask if you know how to get to the Forbidden Land. Do you know?
How to get to the Forbidden Land? Sure, I know how to get there.
Really? Would you mind telling me?
Why would I want to tell you? If you really want to know, you'll have to beat me in battle.
Meet Dark Tyrannomon! That's right, the Black Agumon has evolved. Due to the fact that it is a Dark type, Holy type attacks will work well if you've got that kind of Digimon, and... Okay, so yeah, I can't change out who's in my reserve. Oh, for the love of God. If I was smart, I would have thrown Gillier into the first slot, but it's whatever. I'm going to use Melting Flare on you. Because I can. Defense down! Now, at this point, you should absolutely have Champion Digimon. Even though it can be done with rookies, if you are using rookies, you want to make sure that you've got pretty good stats, so if you need to use equipment, definitely do so. The Holy type Digimon that you'll have access to at this point are going to be... I'm pretty sure it's just Tamermon, which appears very, very rarely here in Training Peak, as well as Agumon from Pandamon line. So, once you win, you'll get 60 Dark Experience, 173 bits, well, 165, I just have a bit ring equipped, which coincidentally boosts my bit, well, it boosts how many bits I gain a little bit. 35 kilograms of food, and he can drop a critical ring alpha. He didn't do that here, which sucks, but it's whatever. Yeah, I won!
This can't be! Did I not train hard enough?
Now you'll have to keep your promise.
Yeah, I know. The Forbidden Land is Chrome Mine. You'll need more than just the address to get there. You'll need the Miracle Digi-Egg from Pandamon at Sheer Valley. So if Chrome Mine is your goal, you'll have to see Pandamon first.
Pandamon at Sheer Valley, right? Thanks.
I don't need you to thank me. Just get out of my face. Wait and see. I'll train harder and beat you next time for sure.
Rude. So, now we actually have today's goal. Heading to Sheer Valley! So, what sort of Digimon can you actually find in Sheer Valley? This is going to be the first place that you'll actually be able to grind up both Dragon Experience and Holy Experience. As here you can find Digimon, Agumon, Digimon, Renamon, Starmon, and Tyrannomon. Renamon being here is an especially good thing, as if you don't go for Tamermon or Agumon, then this is the earliest that you can get a consistently occurring Holy Digimon to scan for data. Now, admittedly, this place can be a little confusing if you don't know what you're doing, as there are a few dead ends. So, first things first, the ladder that I took right here is actually going to be a dead end. Also, meet Monzaemon. I'm pretty sure he's an ultimate level Digimon? Which, hey, that's surprising, but at the same time, it's not too surprising. But 24 Holy Experience? Yeah, that can help out a lot. So if you come over this way, we have hit a dead end by going up the ladder, so yeah, we're gonna have to turn back. Also, because this place is where you can consistently find a Guilmon, I would highly recommend coming here if you don't want to do matching stuff. Where does this dead end lead? Like, I know this leads to a dead end, but I just want to show off the entire place. That way, we can just vibe out to the music. god, I've said this before, but the music in this game is incredible. Also, you may notice that Vera does admittedly have more, well, she's a higher level than Draco. Despite this, though, I'm not giving... Yeah, okay, so that's a dead end. So I'm going to be giving Draco the ultimate equipment once we get him up to level 20. And the reason why is because I just always do that for the starter. It's also worth mentioning that this place is admittedly kinda good for level grinding. But actually, yeah, I think I will fight you. You're not really going to be here for too long at the moment. You're kind of just here to grab an item and then just dip. But we will definitely be back here in the future. So, come over this way. You can actually hop down using this. So you'll want to take this bottom path. And we get into a fight. Okay, I see how it is, game. Yeah, this game came out during a time of everything is going to be coming at you within a few steps because that is surely good gameplay. Instead of just... I think what's worse is that I don't believe there are any items that actually prevent encounter rates. But at the same time, like, constant encounter rates, kind of a good thing because that's how you get Digimon. But it's still stupid. But yeah, the knowledge that we can find Tyrannomon here is pretty nice. And I might come back here in between episodes. You never know. But yeah, I am gonna try to conserve my MP for a bit. Alrighty. So... let's go this way, and we have two paths here. So if we take this upper path, we'll find a chest that I will open after the battle with the Monzemon that interrupted us. Also, you may notice that we are only getting 5% scan data per Monzemon encounter. That's because, due to the fact that Monzemon is an ultimate, at this point in the game we can only get 5% of its data per encounter. I don't think I mentioned this in a previous episode, but as we climb in the Tamer ranks, it'll also allow us to scan more data from various Digimon. Huh? This chest went open. Oh. Oh, okay, so that's a silver rank Tamer chest. Okay. Yeah, there are two chests here, one of which requires you to be a silver Tamer. And there's our first Renamon to fight. So Renamon is essentially going to be your best source of early fully experience if you need it. And that's just due to the fact that Renamon is the only consistent one. I know I mentioned that earlier, but Tapermon is available in Training Peak after you defeat Black Agumon. However, it is an incredibly rare spawn to the point that I actually, like, I had to speed up a ton of stuff in my multiplayer file while I was messing around in it just to see if I could actually, you know, find one. And yeah. So here we are, and then we will actually want to take this ladder. So the reason why we want to take the ladder is because if we go down the path to the left of the ladder at the bottom, we will actually find ourselves hitting another dead end. Yeah, this is the first dungeon that has a lot of dead ends, and it can definitely be confusing. Also, another thing I do want to mention is if you ever go back to an area that you had a boss fight in beforehand, there will actually be another portal in the boss fight arena, so if you're pretty deep into the area, and you don't think you can make it back to Central, or back to the first warp gate, you can always just use the one in the boss area, as that one's likely closer. Okay, so let's see if I can... Okay, yeah, no, this is easy. Now, you may see me actually just doing some experience branding on screen, but that's mainly because I just want to. Like, oh yeah, that's right. Actually, no, that can wait. So, in this chest will be a Digivolution disc, or Digivolve disc. I'm not going to be using that just yet, but that is an item that is very helpful in the early game. And not so much later on, but in the early game, it is absolutely helpful. The reason why it's helpful in the early game? Well, it will straight up, like, give your Digimon its highest form for one attack in battle. That will deal massive amounts of damage for the early game. But in the later game, you will likely have your Digimon be much, much stronger, so it's not nearly as effective. Now, luckily, we do not have to fight Pandamon. So yeah, once you have gotten the Digipollution disc, come over this way and talk to Pandamon. Excuse me, are you Pandamon? Yes, you're here to see me? Actually, I need to get to Chrome Mine, and I'd like to borrow something. May I borrow your Miracle Digi-Egg? Oh, is that it? Get lost, kid. I'm too busy trying to solve an extremely difficult question. Sorry, you'll have to come back later. Oh, come on, I'm in a hurry. Pretty please, with sugar on top. Oh, what a pest. Alright then. If you can answer this question, I'll grant it. First, a question to see if you qualify for the question that baffles me. Ready? What color is Agumon's armband? It's red. Anyone who says that it's blue is lying. Wow, you're absolutely right! Agumon's armband is red. You can now answer the real question. Listen, here it goes. Listen carefully. Out of Agumon, Pandamon, and Gatomon, which Digimon doesn't belong in the group? Now, if you watch the anime like I did, you may think Pandamon, because Agumon and Gatomon are owned by the Adventure 01 protagonist and his sister. Well, main protagonist and his sister. Or at least are partners with them. Taya and Agumon and Kari and Gatomon. The actual answer is Gatomon. Agumon and Pandamon are rookies, but Gatomon is a champion. You're totally right. Whoa, splendid! Thanks to you, I got the answer to that really difficult question. Alright, as a token of appreciation, I'll let you borrow the Miracle Digi-Egg. Woohoo! Thank you! I'm always here, so you can visit me anytime you want. And if I struggle with another question, I'd like to ask for your help. Okay, sure. I got the Miracle Digi-Egg! Now we're back here at Central. Since I now have the Miracle Digi-Egg, I should be able to get to Chrome Mine. Huh? That's funny. The gate to Chrome Mine won't open. Hey, let me take a look at that. You mean the Miracle Digi-Egg? Sure. I knew something was wrong. It's fake. What? No way! Take a look at the engraving on it. It doesn't say Digi-Egg of Miracles. The engraving says Digi-F of Miracles. No way! I got this directly from Pandamon! Really? Hang on, let me ask Pandamon. Oh, Pandamon! It's me, Terriermon! That Miracle Digi-Egg you lent to Tamer seems it's a fake. Did you know that? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I see. Okay. let me switch over to the Tamer. Pandamon wants to talk to you. I didn't mean to hand you a fake. I think it got swapped when I left it out last time. Darn that Platinum Sukamon! Does that mean Platinum Sukamon has the real thing? Most likely. Then I'll go get it. Sorry about that. He lives in Drain Tunnel. I just sent you the address there. Okay, thanks. Hey, I got the address to Drain Tunnel. And that is going to be it for this episode. I will see all of you in the next episode, where we head to Drain Tunnel. But until then, goodbye!